Hi, Tamal. Welcome to the Business Standard Banking Show. This week, we're talking all about bad loans, defaulters, and of course, as you mentioned in your column, RBI's norm that restricts recovery agents from disturbing the borrowers from their calls between 8 in the morning and 7 in the evening. Now, this is very different from the usual practice of what we've heard about recovery agents. So, what exactly is happening here?
No, it's very simple. Reserve Bank of India, the regulator, is not happy the way the defaulters are being chased by the lenders, different financial intermediaries. So it's not the banks alone; all other intermediaries. I mean, they are being harassed. And many of the other intermediaries, not the banks, have been charging very high interest rates, and then they are chasing the borrowers in a not so polite way. And I would say even that can, if you are the RBI does not show any concern, it can even lead to abetment of suicides, etc., etc. That has happened in the past. So my column is all about the novel way which some banks are approaching. We have mentioned the latest one and the Diwali attempt by UCO Bank to distribute sweets among the calling the top 10 borrowers of each bank and giving them sweets and treating them. So it's, you can call it Gandhigiri or the Munnabai way of treating the bank defaulters. But for whatever reason, UCO Bank did not take it forward. They've withdrawn the circular. But the State Bank of India has recently, did tie up with the two fintechs, and they tried to anticipate who could default and visiting them and distributing chocolates among them. And so this is the way, it's a new way of taking care of the unsecured loan part.
Yeah. Now this Gandhigiri Tamal will work against these retail borrowers. But the corporates, the big corporates, does it really work there? How do you go about recovering loans there? Especially now, I know the NPA is coming down, but what is the situation there as well? Can you answer both these issues?
Yeah, you have asked me two questions. One is NPA is coming down, and probably is this the way it will? What's the future? Yes, as we speak, the NPAs are at decadal low. And it's going down every quarter. You will find that because this recovery is happening. Banks also doing much more better provisioning. They have done most of the provisioning already done, and they are well capitalized. And the twin balance sheet, that was the problem of the corporate balance sheet and the problem of the banking balance sheets. Now both have been reversed. I think they are very, very strong. So NPA would not rise too fast. There are some concerns about the retail unsecured loan, but I think the worst is behind, and it for quite some time now we'll see that NPA is in a very manageable way, manageable level. Other part is how do the banks approach the big corporate lenders? And often they are willful defaulters. They have diverted money, they have taken money but not used for the purpose for which it was, and multiple ways. I'm not getting into the names. Now, you know what happened the last week, Supreme Court judgment. The personal guarantors, I think two names, it's in the public domain. Each one is Venugopal Dut, and one is Anil Ambani. I mean, all of them approached Supreme Court and they said the personal guarantor should not be dragged into this. I mean, they should be kept out of it. And the RP, which is the resolution professionals, they should not do all these things. But Supreme Court has said no, nothing. I mean, personal guarantors need to be involved, and if they have given personal guarantee, they could be pulled up. So rightly so. So if you see the IBC, which is the Insolvency Code India introduced in 2016 August, I think it's a record time globally. It is a very fast way it's going. But since then, I mean, it is fraught with multiple court cases. It's not been going the way it has been going. And the first 12 cases, the dirty dozen, what they call it, a few of them went to, I think, Ahmedabad High Court and all, tried to give a stay and all. It did not work out. So the unscrupulous corporate heads and, the promoters, in fact, have been trying the ways to sabotage the IBC and the entire loan recovery movement, which has, through taking to court again and again. But I think the progress has been happening. Yes, if you look at the data, the way in the first round of recovery, second round of recovery happened, it's slowing down. In percentage term also it's slowing down, but we are in the right way.
Yeah, Tamal, you talked about the personal guarantor bit, and of course, Supreme Court has held up the provisions, the constitutionality of the provisions in IBC. But one criticism of this law has also been that it discourages promoters from giving guarantees, and there is also the criticism that IBC is not a recovery mechanism, and by invoking personal guarantees, maybe that is something that is being deterred. It's not in the spirit of IBC, which is of resolution and not recovery. So what is the flip side here?
Rujika, I think you should be the lawyer on behalf of the promoters. Yes, I mean, the approach is very different, but I don't agree with this, that the personal guarantee, yes, it will discourage, but so what? I mean, you have to take responsibility, and you have to cases that I'm again making, it's a willful default. It's not that, when you are actually, your business is destroyed because of externalities, because of, a collapse of exports, because of multiple other things. But many of the cases, I don't want to take the name, you will find that that's not the case. The fund actually got diverted. The fund was raised and the fund was used for other purposes. So there are, you have to see, there are promoters and there are promoters. I mean, you can't just one with the same painting. You can't paint everybody with the same color. So you have to be. And there are enough ways the promoters have been trying to wriggle out, and there have been cases where they want to buy back their own things, in the garb of a suitor, etc. And every time the court comes, either High Court and Supreme Court, it's been inordinate delay. And of course, there are other issues like, upkeeping the properties, etc., which have been under recovery. So we need to change certain other things also. But as far as the rogue promoters are concerned, I think
point well taken, Tamal. Yeah. No, of course, point well taken. The decision of Supreme Court will certainly be a shot in the arm for financial creditors, and they'll be able to proceed with invoking these personal guarantees, and probably the timelines will also be met now, which has also been a big issue with the IBC. Thank you so much, Tamal, for joining us today and bringing us all your insights.
Thank you.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.